Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Fast and Curious podcast, where we bring you a topic in 15 minutes or less. I'm Grant Medlin. I'm here with Zach Walden.
Hello.
Today, we're going to be talking about the mysterious Snake Island.
Snake Islands. So Snake Island, it is a island 25 miles off the coast of Brazil. And why do you think it's called Snake Island, Grant?
Well, I can assume it's from the
dinosaurs.
from the large abundance of snakes,
Yes.
and not just any snake or any snakes. These snakes are extremely venomous and very dangerous. It's been called like the world's deadliest island.
Definitely. Yep.
To the point where the Brazilian government has literally quarantined it off from the public. You cannot visit this island, no matter what.
The island has been uninhabited since the 1920s. That was when they kind of sent everybody off. Like, you can't live here because too many people were dying.
Yeah, because they have a lighthouse on the island that was been there for a long time. And in the 1920s, there's a couple legends that go with the island. And one of the legends is that the family who ran the lighthouse, one night while in their sleep, a couple snakes got into the window and attacked the family. And the whole family runs out into the night in the jungle trying to escape them, trying to get to the boat to get off the island, and they get bitten from snakes in the trees and eventually all die. I don't know if people don't know if this is true or not.
Yeah, there was another legend that I found, and it was basically that pirates put snakes on the islands to protect buried treasure.
Some people think that
think that
they put the snakes on the island to protect their buried treasure. Yeah. There's also legends about fishermen who stray too close to the island.
Yep. And they were found days later.
Yeah, on their boat dead.
Yes.
So so if you have a very, very bad fear of snakes, don't go here.
I would not suggest it.
So scientists have estimated that up to 2,000 to 4,000 snakes live on the island. So it's a 110-acre island, so it's almost a snake for every square foot, just about, which is terrifying to think about. Even if you don't have a fear of snakes, this is like just unbelievably terrifying.
Like, you're literally walking down the trail, and yes, you're gonna see a snake. You might even step on one.
And one of the reasons a lot of people think why don't they just blow the island up? Like, this thing does not need to exist. And one of those reasons is because there's a viper on the island called the golden lancehead, and it is the only place on Earth where it's found is on this island. So that's why it's protected. It's on the island, and this snake is nothing to mess with. It can kill a human in about an hour.
Yep.
If bitten, and its venom is so powerful that it can melt human flesh. And terrifying.
Yeah.
And it's blends in with with the branches and stuff that it lays on, and it's a bunch of bad news.
Yeah. I mean, when I first learned about this, I was like, yeah, well, they just nuke it. But it's preserved, and the lancehead is
and
protected.
The lancehead is responsible for 90% of all snake bite related deaths in Brazil.
Oh my gosh.
And the Smithsonian and some other animal scientists did studies on why it's so dangerous and has powerful venom, and it's due to its being separated on the island by itself.
Yeah.
And it's just been able to just get more and more. It gets stronger and stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the snakes got to the island was because it used to be attached to land, and the snakes got onto the island, and then rising sea levels cut them off from the mainland. And they had on the island, there's no other ground level predators that could keep its population in check.
So they're just reproducing.
Yeah. And but there's also no food. So the only food they get is from migratory birds that visit the island, and they have to be quick enough to kill and get the birds.
Yeah. I wonder how fast snakes are dying compared to, I wonder what the birth to death ratio is.
Yeah. I feel like the Brazilian government probably tries to keep the population in check now. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the only people that visit the island are Brazil's Navy.
Yeah. So, opinion time. What do you think about it?
I think it's terrifying and should never exist.
How much money would somebody have to pay you to go live on the island for?
Enough to where if I survived, I could live comfortably for the rest of my life.
Yes, enough to pay my medical bills.
If I get bit. Yeah. So, but like the only people that go to the island are the Navy, Brazil's Navy, and that's because there's a lighthouse on the island that they have to replace the bulb and do maintenance on.
Because not, then boats are gonna crash.
Yeah, so I guess that's another reason why there has to be. Well, they can't just like destroy it.
Well,
like,
if they
has to-
destroy the island, they're gonna have to level it out, like make it a lot deeper because, I mean,
or because there's an island there, and so the lighthouse has to be there.
they
to make
probably
sure
could. I
boats
wonder
don't
if
hit
it would be easy to relocate.
the snakes
Yeah, like at least all the lance heads.
zoo.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, I personally don't like snakes. I think snakes are the worst animals on the planet, apart from cats.
Cats.
I'm kidding. I like cats. Yeah. So I don't like snakes, but
Yeah, but like the island is literally 90 miles away from Sao Paulo, Brazil, which is in Rio, which is like the really popular tourist attraction. So it's like right there. It's right there at like the main parts of Brazil. It's pretty small. I mean, if you look at the island, look pictures of it. There's nothing that like flashes out at you like this is the Snake Island. It looks
an
just
island.
normal island that you get on it and
and you'll
snakes.
you'll find out that there are snakes on it once you step on, because you'll start stepping on them and they'll kill you.
Yeah, but so obviously these tales and stories about the island are meant to keep people away from it. They protect people from it and all. So like the one about the fisherman who wanders on the island to pick bananas and he gets bitten, but when he gets back to his boat, they find him days later in his boat floating around dead. So obviously, this legend, whether it's true or not, is used to try to warn fishermen don't go to the island, don't step foot on the island. So when the sea levels separated the island from the coast, it was around 11,000 years ago. So those snakes have been by themselves without any natural predators for 11,000 years to evolve, reproduce, and keep adapting and becoming stronger and stronger and stronger. So, and there's no way, unless the Brazilian government somehow manages to introduce a predator to them, nothing's going to keep their population in check except for food and size of the island.
Yeah. But I think that wraps up this edition of the Fast and Curious podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys in the next one.